Welcome everyone to the 10th video here on this 84-part series. I'm here in my backyard again, wearing a coat because it's very cold here in Sydney, Australia. This video I'm going to talk about enlightenment and the stages of enlightenment, what I've learned from studying the Buddha, as well as things that I've learned from Sadhguru. The Buddha classified enlightenment into 4 stages. He said that, well, first of all, anyone that is not on the path to enlightenment, or anyone that is not spiritual, or just regular people out there that don't have any regard for wisdom and listening to the teachings of wise men, the Buddha called them uninstructed worldlings. So that is like, you're not on the path. Then when you start to learn about the Dhamma and you start to meditate and you have your first glimpse into the deathless element, to the void, into that which permeates 99.9% of the universe, or all of existence, when you have that first glimpse of nirvana, you become a stream enterer. That's what the Buddha said. And he said that anyone that reaches stream entry, they have a maximum of 7 lifetimes. It doesn't matter if you practice or you don't practice, if you meditate or don't meditate, it doesn't matter what you do. But in 7 lifetimes, you will be dissolved at the maximum. A stage higher than that is a person that does, put in the work and effort and becomes something the Buddha called once returning, which means that they have gained enough wisdom and insight to be able to see the sense spheres for what they are. And their desire, their attachment to the physical objects lessen greatly. And their desire or their craving becomes so minimal because, again, they have wisdom, they see things for what they are. A stage after that, the Buddha said that then becomes, so I want to clarify that once returning, a person that reaches this stage of enlightenment, they can only return to the sense spheres of the universe only once more. That includes planet Earth, but also various other dimensions and planets that the universe holds, that you can have a physical body and be trapped in craving and attachment and various things like that. These 2 dogs fighting. The 3rd stage of enlightenment, the Buddha said, is a person that reaches a stage of non-returning, which means that they have totally severed their attachment to physicality, or to the physical objects, and they no longer have cravings as such. They see reality for what it is, and they can't be deluded with the idea, okay, well, maybe if I get this pleasure, it'll make me happy, or if I really want this job or something, or this sensation. That cannot happen anymore. And non-returning means that once a person dies in this physical body, they will no longer return to the physical sphere. They can only remain or exist in the nebulous realms of existence, where your body, not really a physical body, but it's very refined state of energy, and you live for an extraordinarily long amount of time, millions of years, and you exist in total bliss and ecstasy. And once that life is over, you dissolve into the cosmos. And the last stage of enlightenment, the Buddha said, that is a person that is an Arahant, or fully enlightened, or enlightened. This person no longer has any delusion. They see reality for what it is, and they are at peace with themselves, with everything. And this person, upon death, no longer returns to the physical world, or they don't return to any world as such. And the Buddha said that this person is like, if you have a watch, for example, a hand watch, if you take apart the hand watch into all its individual gears, There is no essence of the watch. There is no watch entity. It's just different aggregates or different parts. Once they are taken apart, you just have different parts. Similarly, with his body is made up of different parts. Once these parts dissolve and there's nothing to put them back together, you simply dissolve into the universe. Or like dropping an ice cube. This is a better example. Dropping an ice cube into the ocean. Once the ice cube melts, there is no more ice cube. It just becomes the ocean, or it already is the ocean. So similarly, once you die in this physical body, you just dissolve into the cosmos, and you no longer are. In addition to this, the Buddha also said that there are at least 2 or 3 other kind of elevated states of enlightenment, or you can attain to. This requires a tremendous amount of work, many lifetimes of work, inconceivable amount of actions that you have to take. And you can become something called a non-teaching Buddha, which you have supernatural abilities, and you have all the powers of the Buddha, but you can't articulate the laws of nature in the way that a fully enlightened Buddha can. And then there is a stage of a fully enlightened Buddha, which we just had, close to 2,600 years ago. And that man is said to have worked for something like 1 million lifetimes or more to fully cultivating all of the qualities that make up that particular type of enlightened being. So qualities like compassion, qualities like perseverance, determination, loving kindness, equanimity, concentration, and various other qualities such as those. So he will be put into a lifetime where he would have the opportunity to work on those things. Like someone asked him, hey, can I have your wife and daughter because for whatever reason? And the Buddha said, okay, yes, you can. I'm not going to deny anyone's request. And he gave away his wife and children, which is of course not something that I would recommend. But if you want to be a Buddha, that's what it takes. Then I had the great fortune of coming in contact with a man called Sadhguru here on earth, which is one of the most remarkable beings that I've ever seen, that I think anyone really can see, at least here and now. And he has claimed, this is not my words, this is basically, I'm quoting him here. Sadhguru is something which he calls a Chakreshwara. You can Google this word, there's not really much on it except him talking about it. And this word essentially means that, well, you have the chakras or the energy centers or different dimensions within yourself, and those different dimensions can be subdivided into various parts. So one dimension of you has at least 16 parts. So 16 times 7 is 112, I believe. So you have these 112 energy centers within your own physical body. And you can max them out. You can gain enough energy to activate them all fully. And once you have fully activated them, well, then you have mastery over all of life itself, or over the universe. Because you are the universe. So that's what Sadhguru is. He's someone who has mastered his chakras, which is incredibly rare. It's not only that he has gained wisdom and enlightenment, and he sees reality for what it is, and he no longer has any delusion about life, but he has mastered his overall energy. And he has duplicated himself here. Not in terms of raising children, although he's done that, but in the sense of that he created the Dhyanalinga, which is basically a representation or a full copy of himself. These dogs are really going at it. And so one kind of addition or bonus that I can add here is that if you've noticed within yourself that whatever you want in life, whether that be a new job or a new car or a new partner or whatever else, new situation that you want, or health or well-being, anything that is physical and tangible, you may think that once you get these things, you'll feel a sense of completion. But as I'm sure you've noticed, that when those situations do present themselves, you may have a sense of relief or contentment for some time, but still it's not it. What you're looking for isn't physical, it's not tangible. What every human being here is looking for is boundlessness, or is emptiness. They're looking for that thing that cannot be contained. They're looking for the very essence of the universe. So no matter how many billions of dollars you can make, no matter if someone gives you $10 billion right now, I'm sure it's going to keep you entertained for a while, maybe a year or two, but you don't gain any significant sense of, it doesn't really do anything for you. It just makes your living circumstances very comfortable. People will look up to you and whatever else the advantages are. But after a year or two, you're going to realize that you're still essentially the same person. And maybe you'll even be even more depressed because now you have everything that you can possibly want. There is no physical situation that can improve your life. No one's going to give you $10 more billion. It's not going to improve you significantly. It's not going to do anything. You can't buy anything for $1 billion. So that's why a lot of my head is cold. That's why a lot of celebrities, that they are in the state that they are, because they essentially have everything. They have everything that they could possibly want. People adore them, but internally they don't feel satisfied. And so naturally, what can satisfy you? Well, drugs, narcotics. But they do satisfy you for some time, but they also have enormous consequences. So that's it. We're all here on a search for boundlessness. That's what you're searching for, boundlessness. And there is a way to get there. And that's what I'm going to be talking about here. Techniques to reach that, to attain that, to liberate yourself. That's it. Have a good day.